Hi, I'm Rich Butterworth, founder of Shout Internet, and this short video is one of a series of video tutorials designed to help you get the most from the ShoutDone task management software. I hope you find it useful. In this short tutorial, we're going to be looking at the advanced task parameters. The reason the advanced parameters are such a useful tool is that they allow you to very quickly set certain task characteristics that will help us better manage our projects and tasks later on down the line. So what are these characteristics? Well, they're the things that you can see on the screen right now. They're the different sizes of task, the different revenue earnings potential. They're the start date and the end date, and these bits of data make it easier for us to organize our tasks using the filters. So for example, we can choose tasks with revenue earnings potential, we can choose tasks of a certain size, we can choose tasks due in a certain time frame, and if we have a task that's due to start sometime in the future, that task won't actually appear in the screen so as to keep the screen uncluttered. So where do we normally set these parameters? Well, when we add a new task, as you can see here, let's just call this one test task and then click next. You can see here are the four values that determine what we were just describing. We have a start date, we have a deadline, we have a size, a task size, and the profitability, if applicable, of course. Now that's great if we're entering individual tasks like this using this three-step wizard. It's very easy, of course, to set those parameters. But what about if we're setting multiple tasks using the multiple task entry tool and we want to specify different parameters for each of those multiple tasks? Or what about if we're using the quick add new task pop-up hotkey somewhere else in Windows while we're working on a Word document, for example, and we just press Ctrl-T to pop up the add new task dialog here. When we're entering that, of course, you can see that there's only a text box for the task title. Well, the great news is using a special type of parameter, special code, we can actually set the four parameters that we were looking at a moment ago as the task is entered into ShoutDone. Let's take a look at the formula just now. So here we can see the format that you need to use when you're entering the advanced task parameters. And you can enter these parameters any time that you're entering a new task like this, or when you're entering a task using multiple task entry, or indeed when you're emailing tasks. You can actually use the same parameters in the subject line of your emails. So there are three different instances in which you can actually apply these parameters. The first parameter, S, is for size. And as you can see, you start with the letter S, and then immediately after that character, you'll have one of either small, so S, medium, so M, or large, so L. So if you wanted, for example, to specify a small task, you would have SS. Okay, simple. Then a comma, and we move on to profitability. So we start with P, and then immediately after the P, one of either L for low, M for medium, or H for high. So if you wanted, for example, to enter a task with high profitability, it would be PH, comma, and then onto the next one, we have start date. Now the start date uses an S followed by a number, and the number is the number of days from today that you would like the task to start on. So if you wanted the task to start tomorrow, that's 1 day from today, so it would be S1. Importantly, if you want the task to start immediately, that's 0 days from today, i.e. today, you would have S0. So a start date of today is S0, and then followed by a comma, and finally E is, you've guessed it, end date. So it would be E, and again a number, the number of days from today by which you want the task to be completed. So if you want the task completing inside a week, then you would just have E7. And then you just frame all of those variables with those curly brackets, as you can see, and you're set. So let's just actually see that in action right now. I'm going to use the quick task addition tool there. Just pressed Ctrl-T on my keyboard, and we're going to enter a new advanced task, and we're going to give it the parameters SL for a large task, comma, PM for medium profitability, and S0 for start today, and finally E1 so it's due tomorrow, and then finish with the close bracket. So you can see once you actually get used to using this, it's going to be really easy for you to quickly add this to your tasks when you're entering them. Click apply to add that new task. It'll be in the inbox. And sure enough, there's our advanced task. It's a large task, it's got revenue earnings potential, that's why it's gold in color, and if we edit the task we'll see a start date today, deadline tomorrow. So very simple to use, very effective, and a great way of, at the point of entering your tasks, setting up some of these parameters that will help you better organize your tasks further down the line. Hope you found this short tutorial useful and that it helps you get more from the ShoutDone to-do list software.